Hey folks, let me walk you to the library for just a minute, a little virtual tour. If you go to your resources tab and hit library, my screen will look a little different than yours, I'm sure. But once you go to the library tab, you see OneSearch pops up. Of course, there's great stuff in the library. If you haven't been there, please spend a little time there. Good stuff about APA, how to write references, that type of thing. But under OneSearch, you see the one line that comes up. This is a basic search line. We are not basic anymore. We want to click Advanced Search. Again, that's under the OneSearch box. Find the words Advanced Search, and then the Boolean search lines come up for you. And that just means that you get more than one place to type in exactly what you want out of your search. So use those lines. Let me see if I can get this a little better for you. Use those lines to your advantage. This is really a matter of taking a little time and playing with it. For example, if I was searching for mother baby bonding and research and quantitative. Now this is a search that I've done before, looking for articles, quantitative research articles about skin-to-skin contact. And skin-to-skin contact as a method of mother-baby bonding can be called a number of different things. You might find it under mother-baby bonding, you might find it under skin-to-skin contact, you might find it under kangaroo care. Those are just three terms that could be used and interchanged in these lines. So really it's a matter of playing with the terms until you find what you want. So if I was looking for research on this, and please note that you can add lines over here or subtract lines. And you certainly don't have to use all the lines when you're in there. Then when you scroll down to the search options, you're going to see the option for full text. Always click full text. You just don't want to be frustrated with only an abstract that pops up. Always click full text, and always click scholarly peer-reviewed journals. It's optional whether you would narrow your search to 5 years. And that, to me, is because sometimes I'll find an older article that I really like. Even though I can't use it in my project, I can use it to search for other articles similar to it. So it's up to you whether you want to narrow your work down to the last 5 years now or wait and do that later. And then at the very bottom, choose a discipline to search. I just recommend not filling that in at all. You certainly can if you want to click on some of the areas that you would be searching for, but if you leave it open, then your search will just be broader. So then I'm going to click search, and then right now I have 15 articles, and I would go through those articles to find, and remember, I did not narrow my field to the last 5 years, but I would have the ability to do that now over here on the left. So let's just pretend that I love the first article. So once I click on that article and bring it up, I can read a little bit more. This is called the detailed record of the article. And so it would tell me what's in the abstract, and you would be able to see for yourself what type, generally in the abstract you could find out if it really is a research article. But no matter what, you've got to have a full text of the article. So many times I'll use this first detailed record section to tell me if I don't want to use an article. But I wouldn't decide for sure to use it unless I opened the full article and read it. Note that you can email it to yourself. I always recommend that. When you do email it to yourself, you will have the ability to send the full reference with you. You just change the reference format to citation format and click APA. That means it'll send it to you in APA format. And you can also click the Cite button, and the Cite button will let you scroll down to APA. Note when you do this that there will still generally be a few things you have to change to make it fully APA. Getting better at this. The references that come up are better and better, more closely aligned with APA, but it should never be the final say. You have to know enough about APA to determine that. Okay, so while I'm looking at this article, if I decide I love it, or maybe it's too old. This is not the case for this article. It's a nice new 2020 article. But if I did find an article that I loved that was either too old or I just wanted to find more like it, I could go over to this spot that says Find Similar Articles. And when you click this button, it is almost like magic. Everything in the abstract gets placed into a Boolean search line, and you will get thousands of returned articles. So I'm going to do it for you just to prove that fact. Find similar articles. And you can see everything populated in this first Boolean search line. And look how many articles I found. 21,292,484 articles. Now, of course, you've got to go back and say, wait a minute, I wanted to limit it to full text, which is marked scholarly peer-reviewed. I'd have to click that again, and then I'd have to change the search because, remember, I didn't have the last 5 years. But it gives you lots more to look at. I always recommend doing that just to see what else you can find on your subject. I hope that was helpful. Have a great day.